Wonder if we have any technical difficulties over here.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, there he
Sorry, my
is.
mic. Anyways, sorry about that. But yeah, should be interesting. I mean, Brazil is already a track that never fails to have actions on track, as we've seen in real life and in the game. I think is one of the best tracks for racing. And when you throw in a 12 lap race in there with low fuel, you know, fast tires, it's gonna be a show to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I concur with that one. So if we have a look at the current standings, actually, let me try and pull these up so we have a little bit of a reference as to where everybody is at for tonight. Um, for Golden Class results and standings, we have the McLarens of the main Wayne and Raiden Shogun leading the Constructors' Championship right now with 68 points to the Mercedes in second place with Tebow and SPM. They have 43 points. Um, let's go ahead and I think, let's see, who's the first person on a lap right now? I think it's Omega. That's fine. But we'll stay on board with them. Oh no, that's in that lap. Who else? FND Cakes, let's get him. FND Cakes is P7 in the standings with 10 points in the out game. Let's go and follow him. Yeah, like I said, as far as the Drivers' Championship goes, SPM is spearheading the way for Mercedes all by himself right now. 43 points for him in the league. Oh, and FND Cakes invalidates. That's unfortunate for him. He might want to either back off and regen some of that ARS and maybe go on a second lap. Let's see what's on that. Lead Raiden Shogun. Yep, Raiden's about to start this lap. Pretty calm, pretty tame, very stable from the apparent driver here. Not really mounting too much curb, and he just wants to get a lap on the board. Perfect for the first sector so far. Nobody's put down a lap yet. That's Oh, fastest lap first. First
Yeah.
one to get a lap down on the board. Series Z10 with a 108.4 on the Alpines.
You're having a giggle comes in, 4 tenths behind. Rafa Hulk puts it in 108.6. So pretty close so far. Coming back to the McLaren of Raiden, who's going to finish his lap here. Actually, I think, yeah. So Raiden will finish his lap here, and his lap will be a 109.1. So sure he will want to come back out and try it again.
Yeah, for sure. 7 tenths already off the pole with the banker right here. Series leading them with a 108.4. Rafa 2 tenths off. Actually, last season's silver champion, who was a champion for season 14. He's made the step up to Golden Class as GMVZ goes 1 tenth off of C Grizzy. 1 tenth off original pole, looking quite close so far. You have McGiggle with 4 tenths behind. Tebow, the season 13 champion for silver, with almost 7 tenths behind pole. Raiden Shogun close behind. Omega 1.4 seconds right now off.
Wayne in the other McLaren puts a 108.2.
You're about 3 tenths off of last season's pole. Last season's pole was by D'Angelo with a 107.961, and Switchback was P2 with a 108, almost 108.1. So looking pretty close already for people on their bankers, really.
Yeah, I'm sure that they will. I think the pole time will be I'll say a 107.8. I think, at least for gold. I
Yeah,
think then again in platinum, that's where we kind of want to see how far they can get up ahead. But hey, if it's not a problem for these golden guys to even set the fastest quality.
Alright, let's go on board with Pirate Flow. Getting through the center, this is pretty clean in the Charlotte Red Ferrari here. Open DRS onto the first sector foot. Let's see if we can get the purple sector. No, not quite. 17-0 for this first sector foot. Goes to the middle sector. You can see whether or not these guys are running high downforce, low downforce. What do you think the mix is going to be for tonight?
The mitts.
Yeah, do you think some people are going to be running a little bit higher, maybe a little bit low because of the sprint?
I think there will be. I mean, already you kind of want to run a little bit of low downforce for this track. You have two massive straight, well, one massive and one pretty long straight. So, me personally, I think I would run a little bit of lower downforce. I mean, if you can stay within the DRS, you have no problem of keeping up with somebody who has higher downforce in the sector 2. If you have two big DRS, so even if you fall back a little bit in sector 2, you'll have the big two DRS zones to help you get back into and keep within the people with higher downforce. And then if you can keep close even within the sector 2, those two big DRS zones will be a huge boost to try and overtake whoever is in front. And if you're running a lower downforce and you're behind traffic, you're usually going to have more battery. So I think running lower downforce would be the way to go.
Yeah, I would tend to agree there. Usually two big straights, both sector 1 and part of sector 3 is really just a big long straight. So whoever can really harvest and stay close in the middle sector will be, I think, in a prime position to get the overtake on in the race. So let's go ahead and have a look at our standings so far. Segrist, SPM, and Sir Charles have not put down a lap on the board yet. We have Main Wayne leading the pack with 108.2 as provisional pole. SPM, though, getting 2,000th. I believe that would be 2,000ths off the pole. Very close for the top 3 guys right now. Actually, you know what? Top 5, top 6 is relatively close. 2/10ths covering the top 4, and 3/10ths blanketing the top 5. So I think we have a pretty decent fight for pole if some of these guys can fix any small mistakes or what have you. Raiden Shogun out in the second sector. That's a shame. I guess he's locked into P12 for the sprint. A bit unfortunate for him, but lucky for him, the sprint is there to recover positions. Omega on a lap or not. They are invalid so far. Sir Charles on a outlap right now. We have Tebow almost 6/10ths up in the second sector, or through the second sector. He's currently P11, almost 8.5 tenths behind Cole right now. Let's see what he can claw back. I'm guessing a P4 or P5 for him so far, unless he gains something on the straight. P5, there we go, 10.5 off provisional. And let's go on board with the main wing. Interesting tactic so far. Really revving out the engine. I think he was trying to burn off some extra fuel. Since the Brazil was a short lap and 5 kilos of fuel is equivalent to about 3.5 laps of the circuit, you're best off trying to burn as much as you can to be as light as you can for the actual lap. And the main Wayne has trouble in the S's, and he retires from the session. Is that the left rear that conked out on him? Maybe the rear wing? Who knows what the damage really is? We have no idea, but he's now retired from the session. He's not going to be able to defend his provisional pole, and that's not good for the McLarens.
Nope, not at all. I mean, you have one down in 13th, and then another one who's currently in provisional pole position, who is now currently out. So, McLaren are starting off on the wrong foot, but it's not the end of the world. They do have that sprint race to where they can claw back whatever positions they can to start the race. So it's not over yet for the McLarens, you know. Fire Flow is currently on a lap here, finishing sector 2. He is currently one tenth and a half up on his lap time.
It's off, but FND takes 1/10 off for the pole. Let's go ahead and chase on Fire Up Flow. Let's see where he's at.
Improves his lap, but does not improve position.
That's unfortunate for him. Now that you see both McLarens out, it's a bit unfortunate for them actually. They're leading the Constructors Championship. Main Lane and Raiden in particular, I would say second and third in the Drivers' Championship. So this spells a good omen for SPM so far. Hopefully SPM can probably make a little bit of an improvement. It's only 2 thousandths off of pole. But yeah, let's go ahead and actually have a look at the time so far. 108.271 for original pole for Main Lane, and there's only 2/10 covering the top 8 right now.
Looks like the Alpine of... Looks like... Oh, never mind. If indicator is coming back. So, 5 minutes left in the session. A lot of drivers will be coming back into the pits to come in and refuel the car, change tires. But the Alpine of C. Reese is actually finishing a lap and goes provisional pole position with a 108.0.
That is a good find from him. He's putting 2/10 to his nearest car, or almost 2/10 to the main lane. Let's see. We have C. Rizzi with a 108.088. Main lane almost 2/10 behind. SPM 2/10 behind. FND case near 3/10 behind. Segrist 3/10 behind. Tebow also 3/10. The whole top 8 is extraordinarily close. I think this is the closest I've ever seen a spread like this. 8 drivers within 4/10 is really not a lot to find, depending on what circuit it is. Brazil being a small circuit though, it can be hard to find. But yeah, they can definitely go quicker. We're already getting very close to last season's pole time. Last season's pole, like I said, was by TCR D'Angelo with a 107.961. So we're looking about maybe 1 or 2 more tenths, and then you're beating season pole.
Yeah, and C. Reese has time to come back into the pits and refuel his car. But looks like the Aston Martin of GMB is going to be out early on track to try and avoid the traffic that is certain to come.
It's pretty empty right now. The only car we have on the outlap is GMBZ. Let's see what he's at. GMBZ currently 10th in the standings with 8 points to his name. And both Aston Martin and P5 from the Constructors Championship. But follow on board GMBZ, he is probably a good amount of time, really. Depending on who you are, 4 tenths might not be too much behind. See how he goes, looking pretty stable, pretty good through the sun S's. No major frills, no spins, no wagging from the rear end. So going for the first sector split. He is purple for the first sector with a 16.7, fastest of everyone so far. Already looking with a good omen for him. See how he performs throughout the second sector. On fifth gear, up past the corner where Lewis Hamilton had his crash back in 2017. Looking pretty clean throughout his second sector so far. Getting his apexes, getting his really good exits so far. Approaching the second sector split. What is he going to do? He is 4/10 up. 4/10 up. He is on provisional pole so far. Unless something tragic happens on the straight, this should be provisional pole for GMBZ so far. Coming up to the line.
McLaren has hooked this lap up correctly, and that is a 107.985.
We still haven't beat last season's pole, but they are currently what, 2/1000 off of last season's pole time. As GMBZ backs off a bit, he won't have any time to do another lap, but this does set him up for provisional pole. I think maybe C Rizzy or SPM, maybe even FND Cakes could snatch pole. Seagrass maybe top 2, top 5. What do you think? Who's your pole man for the night?
I mean, that's the end for GMBC, and there's still a minute in track left. So I would say GMBZ is going to be P2. It's pretty hard to say who's going to be P1. Honestly, I think it's going to be hard. Can't pick. But I do think GMBZ is going to be in P2 just because he went out just slightly too early.
Yeah, that is a fair point.
That is PVW in the AlphaTauri who has spun on the penultimate corner. So that is his end of qualifying.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for him. They're currently following with C Rizzy though. Almost half the time up, I believe, or I believe 200,000. And he invalidates his lap. C Rizzy will not be able to improve. That is very unfortunate for him, getting a really, really tiny corner cut, and he cannot be happy to just miss out on his potential first pole of a golden class. I believe that it would be his first pole. Go and switch off to Segrist. Segrist, I believe, not in the fight. Actually, he already did his lap. It was 1/10, or no, almost 2/10 off for Segrist. Rizzy, SPM, the time for tonight. Segrist as well. Rizzy. I think that's qualifying for most of our guys.
Tigres looks like to be on a lap, but he is 1 second down. Ray Magic is in sector 2. See what he can come up in.
I think most of our guys are on in laps.
Yeah, Ray Magic. Yeah, so that is qualifying.
Well, this is setting up our grid for the sprint race. Not too eventful, but pretty nice to see that the top 4 blanketed by 2/10, and then you have the whole top 10 covered by 5/10 of a second. That's very close.
Very, very close.
Alright, now I think we're just waiting for a couple of people to retire. Ray Magic and that's it. And there we go. And this is our sprint race lineup so far. GMBZ takes pole in the Aston Martin with a 107.985. The only man to break into the 107s. Did not beat the season 14 pole, however. We have SPM in the Mercedes, only less than a 10th down. And we have C Rizzy in the Alpine. Unfortunate for him, invalidating his final lap. 1/10 down. Seagrass P4, FND Cakes P5, the main Wayne P6, Tebow P7, Rafa Hulk P8, Sir Charles in P9, Fire Up Flow P10. That is our top 10 for the grid. Ray Magic You Having a Giggle, Raiden Shogun, Omega, PVW line up the rest of the grid.
Yeah, very strong lineup. SPM was just under 1/10 of a second to GMBC. So very good lap for GMBC. I guess I was wrong. He will maintain his provisional pole position. Well, no, it is pole position. I think in 2022 they changed the rules on what gets pole position, and it is qualifying that gets pole position, not the sprint finishing order.
Oh, can you repeat that for 1 second?
Yeah, so in 2021, when they introduced the sprint races, the sprint race was whoever finished first is it was going to be awarded the pole position, but in 2022 they changed it to qualifying is the pole position. So
Okay.
yeah. So as the drivers get ready out for the formation lap, doesn't seem like anyone is trying a different strategy. So every single person on the medium tires, which is rightly so. I mean, depends what your tire location is. If you went with the softer compound, you could take these soft tires to the end. These tires can definitely do 12 laps with a little bit of care towards the end, and you are running a lower fuel. So, I mean, will it be the optimal? That's up to you if you can hold people back after your tires get worn out.
Yeah, and it's probably also going to be partially setup dependent, as I believe we had one person lose a lot of the FND cakes, I believe. I don't know if you can try sending him one, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'll try sending one.
Okay, he's back. That's good.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So as he was saying, as my co-commentator was saying, everybody is currently on a medium tire. Who knows what's going to happen with the tire allocations, and also the tire is going to be super interesting because if I'm correct, most of our drivers are going to be going into the 50% race with one worn set of tires. So that's going to throw a wrench into the works for them. As we are lining up on the grid, let's go ahead and have a look. We have fire up, flow, disqualified from session. Maybe you tap somebody or whatever. Mega and PVW backing up the rest of the grid. No. Let's go ahead and get on board with C-Rizzy giving us the best look into turn 1. 5 red lights. And away we go for the start at Brazil for the sprint race. Crazy start from the McLaren back here, but he loses traction as we have GMBZ on the outside as Seagrass retires. Very magic, and we have a lap 1 safety car into the sprint already. That's pretty unfortunate. I have no idea. I didn't get to catch what happened to Seagrass. Both Seagrass and Very Magic, our first retirements. Not even the first corner, it seems like.
Yeah, looks like Omega was involved in that. So he also got a 5-second time penalty for having a collision.
Wow. I think that might be. Is that like the new record for safety cars? Like, that has to be the fastest anybody has gotten out the safety car. I can't even lie.
It might be. I mean, I think it's definitely the fastest a person has gotten a penalty.
Yeah, that too.
It beat Vettel's penalty for 2007 when he got a penalty for speeding in the pit limit. In the pit. I think it was 6 seconds for Vettel. That was about 2 seconds.
But yeah, as soon as he came out the pits, it was already speed limit. And we see GMBZ so far. Let's go ahead and have a look at and see if anybody has made positions. position change. Omega up 6 positions, but they have the first penalty. 3 positions up for Raiden and 3 for PVW. Sir Charles being the biggest loser so far with down 4. He's in the pits. What is happening to GMBZ? What did he do? Seagrass has left the session. Don't know why.
Sure. Yeah, he still has the race to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, something happened to GMBZ. He's now down to P3.
Yeah, he probably has been.
Probably, yeah.
Usually
so
if you're on the grass or whatever, it lets you overtake the car ahead, or if you're out of position, that's what that usually happens.
So Sir Charles is in last place. He will have here's something that's gonna happen to Sir Charles. So this is a fresh set of mediums, and he had a fresh set of mediums for the sprint race. So he will use a medium for the normal race, but luckily for him, there was a lap 1 incident, and Fireflow has left the session. Seems like some people are having a little bit of Codemasters issues.
Yeah, average Code's interaction.
Yeah, so Sir Charles is actually coming back into the pits. What the?
What is he doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say he only had 1 lap, and it was a slow lap on the first set of mediums. So it's not bad. So looks like he's coming back to the first set of mediums and changes. Oh, okay, I see.
Oh, yeah.
He forgot to replace a front wing. Okay. So still in the same position as he was. He'll actually have a rubbered up medium tire.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many sets of mediums they have for the race, but now if he has 2 sets, then they're both going to be at least 1 lap worn, which for 1 lap can be all or nothing depending on who you are. But yeah.
They only have two set of mediums for the weekend, or at least for the races. 1 is currently being used in the sprint race, and 1 is saved for the race. But obviously for Sir Charles, honestly, they're pretty much brand new, so it's not even like they're used. He only had 1 lap on one of them. So actually, now that I think about it, he will have a lap. Hold on. His tires is actually a lap fresher than everybody else. I mean, could that make a difference? Could. I don't. It's not one of those track where tire wear is a huge issue. So yeah, he has a lap fresher tire than everybody else.
Oof.
Lap 4.
Stop you, but I believe Segrist needs an invite. I don't have him added on EA, and I can't invite him through Steam.
I'll invite him. See if it lets me. Yeah, I can't invite him. I have to have him as a friend. No, we don't. So. Oh, man. This is why you can leave the lobby, because Codemasters cannot make a game.
And I can't add people back through EA, because when I hit pause, invites and requests, nobody's popping up here. And when I look at my friends list, he's not there.
Alright, I'll try to add him.
No, but that's what I'm saying, though. It's not going to let you add anybody. Unless you're out of the lobby.
No, I can invite him. I can invite him through the EA app. So.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. As we have a safety car in this lap, people are weaving. leaving their tires, trying to get some extra temperature under them. See SPM going crazy at the wheel, sawing away at it. When is he going to go though? Let's go ahead and he goes. SPM has launched and seemingly gotten a good start off of P2, or rocking him away from P2 really. As we have, I believe FND Cakes making a move on the McLaren there. And the McLaren is still there. And we have a spinner. Who is that? That is GMBZ, the pole sitter. That is very unfortunate for him. All of these guys in close contention. Let's see if the main one can pull up a move against Tebow. Or not against Tebow, against FND Cakes. The McLaren and the Alpine doing some argy-bargy back here. And now FND Cakes is left to deep a little bit. No, he's not. That's why we get the gap to the interval here. And SPM already breaking the DRS to see Rizzy. Let's go and have a look. And they're three wide. Oh my god, how did these guys even survive here? The Rafa Hulk, Hasa Rafa Hulk, Ferrari, Fire Pro and Omega going 3 wide into that corner was actually madness. Raiden around the outside here. This is a really dangerous corner. You can spin super easily. They have a little bit more of the traffic going around here. But side by side their team so far. Raiden putting on that overtake. Trying to get past Omega. But he's really just burning up that ERS.
Yeah, I cannot end by Seagrease. So.
Now Raiden touch back in. Sir Charles back into the pits. What is he going to do? Be breaking over the front wing? Who knows? It's unfortunate for him though. Everybody in line, but see Rizzy 2 seconds behind. Let's see if he can close up to SPM. SPM making a massive gap though.
He has broken another front wing.
It's not good for him. Luckily, it is a sprint race, not the actual 50. Go ahead and keep an eye out for, I believe, FND Cakes. It was pretty close. I think he's the closest one to being able to make an overtake, as well as Tebow. These two guys looking good. They were battling on the safety car restart along with Main Wayne, and I believe C. Rizzy was a little bit caught in that battle. But either way, let's go ahead and have a look. I'm not sure if the DRS is enabled on this lap. I don't believe it is.
No, it will be enabled in next lap. Pretty sure.
And Happy Niggle has retired. I don't know what the reason for that was. He's retired on track. His car is still there. Fire up Clover tires. Or no, leaves. Can you check the Steam, or not Steam, Discord? Seegers was asking you for his, or for your EA ID. Main Wayne leaves the session. The man in P3. That is not good. Luckily he is ghosted, but this is not good for one of the championship contenders. Both McLaren's not looking very good tonight. FND Cakes has lost his DRS that he did have earlier. Maybe he can close up to see Rizzy. Both Alpines might have to work together here. But with only, 5 laps to go, it seems like SPM has locked in P1. As Tebow gets ahead of the Ghost Car mainlane, the AI trying everything it can. Raffle with the fastest lap is 110.5 in the Haas. Raffle coming up fast behind one of the silver champions here. Both Tebow and Raffle, previous champions of silver. Raffle the season 14 champion, and Tebow the season 14 champion. See, Rizzy has left. What is going on with his lobby?
Yeah. Seems like there's a little bit of connection issues. Yeah, sent an invite to Seegers.
trying to get in contact with Sea Freeze. In the meantime, let's keep looking at the screen. Fire up full from behind as he is a ghost car. Mainland having issues, both parents not in the best position. C. Rizzy continues getting overtaken in a ghosted car, oh my god, car.
Main Wayne is also a ghosted car.
Yeah. Seagrist getting back in, that's good for him. Sea Freeze is not responding. Not a good look. Now if we keep going, we have Tebow out of, Rafaholt out of the arrest. Tebow within 1 second, I believe, we got Van Cakes. Both of these guys, the silver champions from the previous season, proceeding to make inroads. Both of these guys are low on the arrest, all three of them actually. SPM though, pretty calm, pretty tame up front.
Yeah, looking at this battle, GMBC is going to try to make an overtake on Omega, and he gets the overtake well before the braking zone. So now GMBC trying to claw back the position that he has lost in this sprint race. Started from pole position, he is now in 9th place. Ahead of him is the other AlphaTauri, so he's currently in an AlphaTauri sandwich. Obviously Omega does have that 5-second penalty, so I'm not sure if he's worrying too much about Omega, but I'm sure he's gonna want to get past Omega and maybe try to get at the ghost of Main Wayne, which they will definitely get to. Tirisi is back into the lobby, so it is good to know that his car is not ghosted anymore.
Okay.
Fire flow is still ghosted. We're coming to the front of the pack. There is Tebow in the Mercedes trying to claw into the F&D cakes in the Alpine. They both have similar ERS here, so it's about who can be faster right here in this middle sector, and who can manage their ERS better, and who has the better setup. Really, I mean, if Tebow has a low downforce setup, I think it will be a piece of cake to come back at cakes. It looks like Tebow does have a little bit of lower wing, as he already has back up to 25%, while F&D Cakes only has 22. We will see here. Tebow turns on his ERS, and he's going to have the DRS wide open. It is lap 11. He will have another shot at this. He won't get him on this lap.
Getting an inch closer, but not many inroads. Honestly, I bet on the Alpine keeping the position. Both of these guys, though, out under 10% ERS.
Yeah, it will be very close. Tebow has closed up about 0.3. If he can.
C. Rizzy goes off the track, trying to overtake the Omega. That's unfortunate for the AI here, but following this battle between Tebow and F&D Cakes.
Yeah, Tebow definitely has the higher downforce setup, as he made up 0.3 on Tebow on this last lap. So looks like he will get it. But back to the front, SPM with pretty much no hassle at all comes in to win the sprint race and will start on pole position for the normal race. F&D Cakes comes in second, Tebow a close behind in third, Rafa Hulk fourth, Raiden Shotgun in fifth, and Omega. See what he finished. He will finish behind. He will not finish in P6. He finishes in P9. Oh, P10. It is a hefty 5-second penalty there.
Yeah. 1 second, almost about a tenth. Yeah, 1.2 seconds behind main Wayne. Really close to P9 there for Omega, but that seems to sum up our sprint race. Unfortunate that a lot of the connection issues kind of took the forefront, took the attention off of the battles that we had going on. But yeah, this is, like I said, Code Masters, and we're game.
Good. There is a reason why I stopped playing this game, and every time I come back to it, I'm glad I left. Just, I mean, I really hope that they get it right for next year's game. I mean, I love racing. I love racing F1, and it's just the way F1 are making the game so far is just not enjoyable at all.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, let's go ahead and round up our top 10. SPM wins without any dramas. FND kicks in P2, TiVo takes P3, Bafflehook in P4, our silver class champions from the previous seasons, lining up 3 and 4, Raiden Shogun P5, C Rizzy P6, GMBZ having an unfortunate start, but he's supposed to be, he actually started on pole, but anyway, P7 for him, PVW P8, Main Wayne P9, both McLarens having a bit of a shocker, both through qualifying and hopefully not going to happen in the 50%. Omega P10, Fire Up Flow P11, Sir Charles in P12, Giggle in P13, Ray Magic in P14, and Seagrest, our lap 1 retiree, in P15 so far. Everybody, if you are listening, there should be a new lobby being created. If anybody on the grid is watching, please stay put. You will get new invites to a new lobby. If you look at the Discord, we are getting a new lobby for the main race, so please stay put. Like I said, just Codemasters problems here, but that's how it is. Alright, we are loading into the 50%, but like I said, there will be a new session, so please stay put with us. And there you go, I got kicked out of the lobby. Not enough players, everybody has left.
You mind sending me a invite to the lobby?
Yeah.
Oh, Codemasters.
And if you check the Discord, there's already a ticket opening by Seagrass. That's fast. Alright. Alright, I sent you an invite.
Yeah, I got it. Hopefully we can go through this race with no Codemasters interruption.
Yeah. In the meantime, I guess I'll have a cookie. Hopefully it's still good.
Yeah. Yeah. Be back in a minute.
Okay. Ah, shit. I hope he doesn't join. That was an accident. Okay.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright. I think that's everybody, but I'm not too sure. I'm gonna be right back. Be 2 seconds. Man, this 50%er is gonna run super late.
Yeah.
see if there's anything going on with the stream. Open up YouTube. And we check the Twitch. What are we waiting on?
No idea.
Alright, we should be back now. Back to the 50%er. Any drivers both listening and driving at the same time, please remember that you must adhere to the 3-tire rule. So you must use the soft, medium, and hard tire for the 50% race. Those rules still apply. Remember, this is the special. So we are all now loading in. Like I said, once again, if you're listening and driving, remember not to ready up immediately on the grid. Everybody needs to get their setups and strategies down. And here we are loading onto the grid. Any minute now, Cody's. Come on. There we go.
Ooh.
Lap should be on.
Oh my god. That was crazy.
Oh boy. Stuck on the loading screen.
Oh no.
Why isn't it loading in? This is taking way too long.
Oh no. Sorry, I'm watching the World Baseball Classic and oh fuck. Oh man. Oh no. We had 2 chances. We kind of threw it away. Anyways, waiting for everybody to get ready.
Yep.
Yeah, this is gonna be a late race.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Here we go. We're
All right.
finally away.
Seems like the grid has been set. So SPM taking the win for the sprint race. Starts on the soft tire. You have FND, I believe, on the mediums, though, I just saw. Let's go ahead and get some details up here.
Yes,
Tebow
F and
P3 to the soft tire. Rafa Holcomb medium. Raiden on the hard for top 5. Um, Rizzi on the medium. P7 for GMBZ on the soft. P8 on the soft. Again, PBW. Main Wayne on the hard. Omega on the soft. Sir Charles on the hard. Giggle on the soft. Ray Magic on the medium. Seeger Stagnant Period on the soft. Um, like I said a couple of moments ago, for this race, 3-tire special, you must use soft, medium, and hard, and use a variety of strategy already from the get-go. I'll let you take the start.
yeah. I completely forgot about the 3-tire rule, but by the looks of it, looks like Raiden is trying to be on the soft tires by the end of the race. Not a bad idea at all. Honestly, I think whoever didn't start on the hard tires is not on the best strategy here.
All right. Hopefully, I saw a comment saying that your audio was a little bit low. Hopefully, they hear you a little bit better.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see
They
if I.
want to raise up your audio.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right, and it's 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. It looks like SPM gets the way better starts. FND Cakes gets a terrible start on those medium tires as Tebow overtakes him into turn 1. Back into the series is batting it out. Oh my god. Batting it out with Rafa Ho. Rafa Ho is going to try to overtake him. He is going to try to go around the outside. Will he take it? He's just right around the outside. Couldn't make it. See Reese goes out wide. Ooh! See Reese goes out wide and tries to come back into it. Rafa Ho touches the rear tire of C Reese, which gives GMBZ a free way to go. Obviously, C Reese is still good and going. He's currently fighting with Sir Charles. Sir Charles is trying to overtake him. Sir Charles is on the on the hard tires, so he will have a hard time trying to warm that up. And as you can see, as Seegers in the Red Bull just overtakes him like a snail. Seegers is over here is already also moving on Seegers. So these soft tires are working right from the get-go for these drivers.
Oh, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Raiden going around the outside into the Sen S's into turn 1. Oh, trying to make that move on the hard tire is really, really bold on FND Cakes. But, yeah, so far, calm up for the top 6. I'll let you resume from here.
Yeah, Raiden tried to go around the outside of FND Cakes, but that's going to make him a little slow, and GMBC just goes down the inside of him. FND Cakes did go a little bit wide on the exit of turn 4, so he will lose a little bit of time as you have GMBC right on his tail on these soft tire compounds. I won't be surprised these soft tire compounds just leaving the other drivers on, as FND Cakes goes a little bit deep there. Might have led GMBC through. It could be a good idea. You know, you really do not want to be you do not want to get in the way of these soft tire drivers. You're going to lose time and use your tires more than you really want to. It is a train here though, from P10 all the way to P4. Everybody following, no, to P3. Everybody following the Aston Martin or GMBC. Main mats and the Wayne is on the. Both McLarens are actually on the hard tires, and Wayne looks like he's going to try to make a move on his teammate down the inside, and his teammate looks like he lets him go a little bit, goes a little bit wide. Rafa Hulk does not get to capitalize on that, but Rafa Hulk is on the medium tire, so he will be trying to make a move. Ooh, he tries to make a move down the inside of turn 7, sorry. Didn't really work, though, as it would have caused a collision. Pretty safe, pretty first safe couple of laps. Obviously, we have Reese, who had to pit, or actually is taking his pit maybe early. PW had a spin, I believe, at the start of the race. Both Mercedes, though, having a phenomenal race, as they're 1 and 2, and they're well far ahead of P3, GMBC, and the Aston Martin. So will these Mercedes drivers work together or battle it out? We will see. It's only lap 4.
As Rafa Hulk tries to get a move on with the McLaren of Raiden.
Yeah, Wayne.
Go ahead.
Right, Wayne is over here, is going to overtake FND Cakes on the DRS straight pretty easy, but he goes a little bit wide. Almost gave the chance for FND Cakes to get the position back again. Seagrease is over here, is trying to overtake his sister Red Bull. The AlphaTauri overtakes him down the inside. Can he get the job done? Yes, he can. Sir Charles on the hard tires is just watching back and trying to overtake Omega, who had a pretty terrible line through turn 8. Oh man, it's pretty exciting race start here.
Yeah, so far everybody's been pretty tame. Decent race start, but the Mercedes, wow, shocking from them. 1-2 so far, very much getting a gap from the pack on those softs, and making those softs, pay off and make their money's worth out of them right from the beginning. As we have Nagila within the 10th of Raiden, and we have a little bit of a battle here, side by side into turn 1 and 2 with FND Case and Rafa Hulk. Both of these guys tussling really hard for position. Going to be hard for FND Cakes to make any ground, though, on Rafa Hulk. Both of these guys with DRS from the cars ahead. Main Win, though, is the only one without any DRS, and he is a little bit low on ERS battery. Maybe he can make his way up to GMBZ, but I'm sure that those soft tires have a good another 3, 4, 5 laps left in them. As we go into the middle sector, Raiden probably trying to make some inroads on FND Cakes, but Giggle and Seagrass, both of these guys on the attack with those softs. These guys are looking to make the best out of these next 3, 4, 5 laps. Let's go ahead and watch on with Seagrass. Currently, I believe that's the closest guy to the next car ahead besides Ray Magic. Let's go ahead and keep on him. Seagrass deploying the ERS, but really a far chunk behind Giggle, who is under 10%. JMBZ gets the fastest lap on the soft tires at 111 flat. As we see Giggle almost getting pushed to the pit wall by Raiden around the outside of turn 1. What can Raiden do? Both these guys side by side never spells never a good thing to see. But Seagrass getting really impatient, it seems, closing up, getting the DRS, not using his DRS. So he's tucked up on the tail of Giggle. Not sure what he was doing there. Maybe he was trying to give him a little bit of a bump draft as he extends, goes wide onto the AstroTurf, I believe that is, or the curb on the outside. Giggle takes P7 from Raiden. Raiden really getting kind of, not bullied, but on the hards, it's tough to keep position against the soft tire. Right now, the main hard runner up in P4, looking good. Not losing too much time to the soft runners. Hopefully, he doesn't make too many bad choices against Rafa Hulk, though. Rafa Hulk on the medium, looking to close up on Main Wayne. Let's remember here, both McLarens are leading right now for the constructors. So they're in a good position as SPM makes the first pit as Rafa Hulk spins on the back straight. or the main straight and loses front wing. He's parked up here, waiting to make a safe rejoin. But let's go back up to the guys in the pits. SPM, Boxing, and that is GMBZ, SPM. Both of these guys in the boxes for their hard tires. 7 laps for these guys. I think maybe a Tebow could go a little bit longer, maybe a lap or 2 longer. Who knows what the actual tire life really is on these tires, as Rafa Holke decides to retire. That's unfortunate for him. Really, I think he could have kept going. I think it was just a front wing that he broke, but could be anything really with the damage model.
Oh my god.
As we follow with Giggle, both Giggle and Seagrass making some decent ground. Let's go ahead and get the detail here for those who have made a pit stop. Only SPM, GMBZ, Omega, C-Rizzy, and PVW have made a stop. Tebow in on the following lap as Omega gets a 3-second time penalty. Rafa Hope leaves the session, chooses not to get anything out of this 50% race. Duo in the pits, Tebow in the pits. What is Tebow going on to? Seems like it's the hard tire for Tebow. Giggle as well in the pits. Both Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo. Tebow on the hards for his next stint. GMBZ and SPM making their way around. Let's see, did GMBZ make any ground on Tebow? Not really. Let's see how Tebow handles the warm-up period, though. Let's go ahead and get up to the front of the pack. Those who have not stopped yet, the soft runner in Seagrist, medium for FNDK, and I believe Main Wayne was on the hards. I believe Main Wayne's in a good position to win. What do you think?
Wayne is in a very good position to win as long as he obviously keeps it clean and good, but you can't take out both Mercedes. They were pretty far ahead of everyone else, and they were on the soft tires. So Wayne will have to go on to the to either the mediums or soft tires. So it could be a battle for the end. Obviously, both Mercedes are going to have to be on the medium tires, so they're going to actually extend these hard tires all the way to the end, which is not a bad idea considering that Wayne will have to pit once again, and if they can keep him behind, Wayne obviously will have to pit again, and they won't have to.
Yeah, hopefully none of these guys end up forgetting about the tire requirements tonight. That'd be really unfortunate because I would believe that somebody would end up getting disqualified for that. As we follow with Tebow, within half a second of GMBZ and the Aston Martin. Both of these guys, though, a fair chunk away from SPM, who is net leader of this whole entire train. Let's go up to Sir Charles, who is on the back of Raiden. Both of these guys on the hard tire. Both of these guys on the ERS. Raiden with a bit of a disadvantage, no DRS for him, as Charles is closing in and up to turn 1. Taps the right rear, or the left rear of Raiden as he makes his way past. Raiden closing up super hard on the Sun S's. Raiden getting the bite of the cherry here with the DRS. Let's see if he's just going to stay back. I think he's a far chunk away from being able to make a move. As GMBZ... Nope. Seagrist gets the hard tire on. We know he's going to be on the medium tire next. Getting really close to the wall here for him. Let's go back up to Raiden and Sir Charles for the time being. This is the only two guys that are in each other's DRS, I believe. Yeah, that's about it. Sure. Raiden is in the DRS of Sir Charles, my bad. Let's go ahead and have a look at Giggle.
Ooh.
Giggle getting his overtake on, getting tucked right behind Segrist on the medium tire. Both of these guys have made their first stop. I think it'd be wise for Segrist to stick behind Giggle and try to stay in the DRS, unless he's quicker on the hards. But actually, I'm gonna try and send you an invite. I just saw you left.
Yeah, I accidentally unplugged my Ethernet cable.
Alright, sent it.
Thank you.
Let's go and follow with Segrist still. Into the middle sector. Let's see how close he can get. Maybe he will try and make some inroads on Google. Segrist looking like he's got a good car in the middle sector. Really nice and balanced. Seems like he's closed up just a fair bit. Maybe a tenth or two. As Charles spins and loses position. Drops behind a fair bit. SPM, the net leader, getting ahead. And FND Cakes in the pits. No, that's not FND Cakes. Main Wayne in the pits, one of the McLarens. As SPM makes his way up. Sir Charles is probably looking to get situated again. He does have more stops to make. He's one of the only people who hasn't stopped on the hard so far. Raiden as well has not stopped. FND Cakes on the medium has not stopped. Let's go ahead and have a look at Main Wayne. Actually, wait, hold on. Omega trying to get a move on Ray Magic back here on one of the most awkward corners to try to make a move. But they go into the middle sector unscathed. See how they follow. Oh, I think we might be getting a move between Segrist and Giggle over here. Segrist extremely close, getting the overtake button on. Giggle on less than 10%. Segrist with all the ERS he can use, and the DRS gets past and flies by Giggle. As you have a good old mix of cars here making their way into the pits. Raiden and FND Cakes making their way out of the pits now. Both of these guys, one on the hard and Raiden on the medium. Omega getting past Ray Magic. Ray Magic seeming to lose a lot of momentum. Wonder what happened there. Maybe any contact. It seems like Omega has waited up for him and given back the position. Maybe they did make some contact here. Who knows what happened? I didn't get to see it. But still heading back to Giggle. Let's go ahead and check the chat, see if anybody has said anything. Nothing so far. And
so the main way, you could go.
Very
good. So the main Wayne has to stretch these tires to at least lap. I would say lap 20, 21. So he's gonna have to do about 10, 11 laps on these soft tires. Will they last? We will have to see. Obviously both Mercedes drivers have to pit again too, but they get to pit onto the medium tires, but they are also on the hard tires, so they will be quicker. T-Boy is in P4 and his teammate is actually in P1, 4 seconds ahead of GMBC, who seems like he's on the same path of the same strategy. The main Wayne is actually very close to GMBC. He might overtake him here onto this main straight, and he will. It's a pretty easy overtake here, and now he's going to try and use whatever he has left of these tires to try and catch up to to SPM, but the question is if he should try to catch up or try to get these tires to last until when SPM will come to pit. Because right now SPM has the advantage because SPM is on these hard tires. He can pit whenever he wants, really. Obviously, Main Wayne doesn't have the luxury of that, as these soft tires will be way too slow. So we will see what the McLaren of Main Wayne will decide to do. Obviously, GMBC and Tebow are both pretty much in the same strategy. Tigres is also pretty much in the same strategy, it's just on a fresher tires. You're having a giggle on the medium tires, so he's going to have to stretch these out. I believe he started on the soft tires or the hard tires. Can't remember.
Sure either.
So, hold on, I will tell you.
Main Wayne, though, making a little bit of an inroads onto SPM. He was 4 seconds behind of SPM. Now he's 3.5 seconds behind. Let's see if he can make any better, make some headway really onto SPM. SPM built a really good gap in the beginning of the race, and we know SPM has not used these. He has used these soft, but he still has the medium to go, and I believe Main Wayne still has the medium. So it'll be an interesting fight towards the end of the race.
So you're having a giggle. Started on the soft tires, he's now on the medium, so he's going to be stuck on those hard tires at the end of the race. Raiden Shotgun is able to go into the soft tires, so does F&D Cakes and Sir Charles. So everyone but you're having a giggle and Omega have to finish the race on the hard tires. Well, no. Everyone but you having a giggle and Omega get to finish don't have to finish the race on the hard tires. So we'll see if that works. I mean, there's always the possibility of a safety car too, which can obviously mess up the strategy that some of these drivers are running.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a really good mix for some of these guys if they, those particularly who ran the soft at the beginning. If there's a safety car towards the end, that's kind of their race over, because if you have a fresh tire, fresh soft, and you're up there mixing it with them, and you're on the medium, then it's going to be really hard to defend.
Absolutely. Obviously, Main Wayne will probably very happy if a safety car comes out in the next 3-4 laps. He is 2.6 seconds away from SPM, so he has closed down. He has closed down 2 seconds in about 3 laps. So he should be attacking SPM in about lap 20.
Yeah, let's see if that holds true though. Those softs are already 6 laps old. I would assume that the cliff is probably after lap, maybe 2 more laps, lap 8, lap 9 now on those softs. So I don't expect them to go very far. And I expect SPM to kind of fight back.
And SPM like I said, has the luxury to kind of determine how he wants the other to react. I mean, he will have the tire life to have a battle. Main Wayne won't really have the luxury. And he also has the luxury to take out a battle as long as he wants, because SPM will have to pit. I mean, Main Wayne will have to pit sooner than SPM has to. Now, obviously, you don't want to pit too late because SPM will be on the medium tires, and so will SPM at the end of the race. And as we all know, the overcut is actually stronger. So Main Wayne is actually on the really back foot here.
We have Segrist here within 0.8 of Tebow, getting the DRS, but not really able to make any inroads so far. Seems like there's a lot of good straight line speed in the Mercedes of Tebow, as Tebow gets the glitching red light towards the end of that start-finish straight. Still has it now, actually. Gets it back. Seagrass, though, not really making too many inroads. They're both on the hard tire. Seagrass on 2 lap younger hards than Tebow. Main Wayne now down to 1.6 seconds behind SPM. Only 6/10 so for Main Wayne to get the DRS. Hopefully, he can still close up and give us a good battle for the lead. Let's go ahead and have a look at the. Omega was a 3-second time penalty. Let's have a look at the pit stop so far. Everybody has made their first stop. The tires that they're on, though. You know what? Let's go run down the grid order, though. SPM in the lead with the hard. Main Wayne getting into the DRS. See if he gets it. No, he does not this lap, but the next one he might. SPM making a little bit of yep, he's using his ERS to build a little bit of a buffer and keep him out of the DRS as long as he can. But Main Wayne on the soft, GMBZ on the hard, Tebow on the hard as Seagrass tries to make a move on the inside of Tebow. Tebow defending quite well, very clean between these two guys so far. Maybe Seagrass will get the bite of the cherry here and make a move on the second DRS straight. Both Red Bull and Mercedes into this corner. Hasn't played out very well in real life, especially in 2021, if you know what I mean. But Seagrass gets his move on. Tebow gets himself ahead as Main Wayne is still fighting to get into the DRS of SPM. Let's see the other medium runners: Giggle, Shogun, or Raiden, Sir Charles, and Omega. Let's see, Main Wayne finally in the DRS of SPM, but those soft tires have to be going off now. SPM knowing he's going to have to defend a little bit. He's still using a small amount of ERS. And Main Wayne not really doing anything to pull up forward. Let's see. How much longer can these softs go, you think?
I mean, they can go at least, at least another. I mean, I believe they can go about 3-4 laps more, maximum. But they obviously won't be very fast. I think the main concern here of Main Wayne is to try and make these tires last as long as possible as they can, and stay as close as possible to SPM. I don't think trying to overtake or go faster than you need to is the correct approach. Because all you have to do is just wait it out until SPM comes into the pits. Then you will both be on the medium tires, and as you can see, SPM tried to bait Main Wayne into the pits.
Yeah, I just noticed that he poked the wheel in, but dived right back out. Thought Main Wayne would probably make a late change, but no. Main Wayne sticking behind, getting the bite of the cherry with the DRS, but not really making any real inroads. He's not really using his DRS either. I think the soft and the hard have finally equaled out a tiny bit. The hard is on 15 laps, the soft's on 10. Those softs have got to be dying. I think if any time's the time to move to the medium, it's now.
No, I think the soft have just a little bit more. I mean, obviously the hard tires are a little bit faster, as you can probably see by GMBC. He will be closing in slightly, but it's not to the point where it's undrivable. I mean, the Main Wayne, he does have ERS on SPM, so he will be able to try and overtake. He has more ERS too, so we will see here. Is he going to try to overtake SPM? SPM is going into the pits. Ooh, SPM is going into the pits early. So Main Wayne on the soft tires, he's going to try and make the overcut work. Usually the overcut works a lot better, and he is glitching. So
Both Tebow and SPM actually, both Mercedes in the pits. SPM taking the medium to the end, and Tebow also on the medium. I think these guys are in sync, really. Oh, and the SPM comes out right behind Sir Charles. He's going to have to make a move on it. I know his tires are going to be cold, but he's got to make a move so he doesn't get held up, and maybe the overcut for Main Wayne. But it's going to really depend on whether or not SPM gets his move on quickly. Main Wayne might just be able to get this the overcut on. Omega with another 3-second time penalty. As Main Wayne goes right into the pits after SPM, I think he's looking to not get this gap any further than it was. As well as GMBZ, he also hits the pits. Main Wayne going out to the medium. GMBZ, what tire is GMBZ going on? I believe on the medium as well for him. Yep, medium for GMBZ and Main Wayne. Both of these guys enter the pits. Let's see what the McLaren of Main Wayne comes out.
It's going to be very, very close. It is going to be insanely close. Oof. But it looks like the Mercedes of SPM will actually get the undercut here. Sir Charles on those 10 laps old tires though is going to be challenging SPM here for his position. He is not going to give up. This is going to give Main Wayne a chance to not lose as much ground and as he tries to warm up these tires. Obviously, he is very close to them. He will have to overtake Sir Charles unless Sir Charles goes into the pits. I'm pretty sure Sir Charles has another pit stop to make.
Yeah, I believe he's one of them. It's going to be really...
Yes, Sir Charles has another pit stop. So Sir Charles will actually be on the soft tires towards the end.
That'll be interesting for him. Main Wayne, though, has to really get close and dispatch of him. Otherwise, SPM is going to really fly away. We saw in the beginning, maybe it's because of the tire difference, but SPM was looking really quick all throughout. And on the sprint race, we saw SPM on the medium, and he was really, really quick. Main Wayne on the ERS, both DRS and ERS, tries to make a move on the Haas, goes on the inside, Haas getting really close, almost pinching one another, and he makes his way past.
Yes, Sir Charles went a little bit off-road, so it gave the chance to Main Wayne. Main Wayne is only 3/10 outside of the DRS zone of SPM, so he is now way too far out of here. So if he can get a good set or two here, he will be able to get inside the DRS line. But it looks like SPM will actually no, he will not. The DRS line is right there, so SPM just misses out on the DRS. Main Wayne is also outside of that, but SPM will get DRS into the out of the Senna S's. Main Wayne said it's the fastest lap of the race, so that is saying that he has the pace and he is coming for that P1, provisional P1.
We see SPM getting into the DRS of F&D Cakes. F&D Cakes has to make one more stop. Main Wayne still out of the DRS of SPM, it seems, 1.5 seconds. Yeah, SPM looking to make some leeway here.
Yeah, my guess is the F&D Cakes does have a penalty though. It is a 3-second penalty, so he won't have to serve that in the pits. So that will be a whole lot better for F&D Cakes. On the other hand, F&D Cakes, I think he will stay out for 1 or 2 more laps, and then he will be wanting to go into the soft tires for the end of the race. Will he pit this lap? No, he will not. And SPM is going to overtake F&D Cakes, and he does it very easy. Raiden Shotgun goes into the pits now for his last stop. Main Wayne is right behind F&D Cakes. He does get DRS here out of the Senna S's on F&D Cakes. F&D Cakes also gets DRS of SPM. So it will be a DRS train here, pretty much. Only thing is that 2 are fighting for the lead, and another one is fighting for as many places as he can. So actually, this is going to work wonderful for FND Cakes. If he can stay with SPM for a lap or two, he will actually be going faster and be taking chunk of time out of everyone else. But also, he doesn't want to stay out too long because Main Wayne is faster than him, and you do not want to be fighting someone else. So, if I'm Main Wayne, I would see if I can pit this lap or the next to try and come out as early as possible. Now the leader of the race, Seegers in the Red Bull, comes into the pits. He's currently on the hard tires. He will come into the soft tires. No, medium tires. SPM takes the lead of the race, and Main Wayne is right behind in second place. He is outside of the DRS zone with 4/10 though. He does have he has slightly more ERS than SPM does. FND Cakes is obviously right behind him. If I'm FND Cakes, I would pit right on this lap. T-Boat is having a battle here with the Red Bull of Seagrease, who just came out of the pits on those cold tires. He goes a little bit wide on the exit, and that is going to give... No, it's not, as Seagrease turns on his ERS, and they're going side by side through here. He was going to try to stick around on the outside. He really can't manage it, and Seagrease stays ahead for now. You're having a giggle is also trying to have a look here on Sirisi, who is on 25 laps old hards.
Yeah, I guess he needs to really make a stop. He's lost a lot of time by staying on these tires for too long. Seriously needs to make his second stop. Has to be this lap. And he's lost a lot of time on those hards, so he's really not doing himself any favors. As he does pit, hopefully.
FND Cakes is also not doing himself any favor. He's already outside of the DRS zone of Main Wayne. If I was him, I would have pitted this lap. I would have pitted the lap that he just completed. Tebow is still on the hunt on Seegers. Seegers does have a lot more ERS. He has just over half of his battery, while Seegers is under that. Tebow is under that 10%. Seegers also has a 5-lap fresher tires.
Yeah, personally, I think Seegers has consolidated the P5 here, unless he makes serious inroads on GMBZ or GMBZ makes a massive mistake. It's really going to be P5 for him on lock, unless Tebow makes a move, but Tebow kind of falling behind, trailing him a little bit.
I mean, if Tebow can stay in this DRS zone, he can really charge up that ERS very quickly and just have a go for some late overtake. FND Case comes into the pits. I'm thinking he came in 3 laps way too late, and then he should have. He will come out into P9. He will come out in P9. Ooh, and there is a spinner, and that is Omega. Wait, no, that is PVW. Anyways, coming back to the front, SPM is just extending that lead. He is now just almost 2 seconds. Main Wayne seems to just not be pulling it in so much. As we see, like you said earlier, SPM in the sprint race was very fast on these medium tires.
Yeah, I was half anticipating it, but I wasn't too sure if it was going to happen. But now that things are equalized and we're seeing the final later stages of the race play out, we see he's really pulled away from... Well, he's pulled away a little bit from Main Wayne. Main Wayne making a really good amount of inroads on the softs, but alas, SPM making a bit more of a gap. I think Sir Charles, when he was out in between them, kind of made a bit of a difference. Both of these guys, SPM making his move kind of early, Main Wayne having to hesitate a little bit, I would say, and really not catching Sir Charles in an opportune track, or portion of the track, which didn't really help him in closing up to SPM. But besides that, unless SPM makes a mistake, this win has to be his. SPM, as we have C Rizzy with a 109.8 fastest lap so far. Yellow flags here in the towards the end of the second sector. AlphaTauri both of these guys really struggling. Omega and PVW just not having a good time. They're almost a lap down. What, 30 seconds behind P11, is it? Okay, 20 seconds behind P11. It's not a good look for the AlphaTauris.
Not at all. Like you said, yes, that little battle with Sir Charles there, and Main Wayne definitely made the effect. He did try to overtake him into turn 4. Couldn't stick it right away. Instead of SPM made his overtake on the DRS tray, so he didn't really lose time. He gained time really because he had DRS and a little bit of slipstream, while Main Wayne on the other hand had to actually go and fight into a corner, and that probably was the 3/10 that he needed to gain the DRS of SPM.
Yeah, as we fast forward a little bit to Sir Charles, within half a second of Giggle under fire here. He is on the hards, 4 laps to go. Sir Charles on these fresh softs. I think it's going to be Sir Charles' position, really. Unless something special happens and Sir Charles has something happen to him, or you having a Giggle completely wakes up and has a sudden turn of pace, I really don't see how Sir Charles doesn't get this P7 from Giggle. Out of the last corner, let's see what kind of traction Sir Charles gets. I believe Giggle got a much better run. There's a fair distance between the two. As Sir Charles opens up the DRS, tries to get a little bit closer to Giggle. Gets closer, but not enough. As he makes a light lunge, half-hearted lunge, probably to scare Giggle a little bit, maybe get him offline. Now, out of the Sun S's, Sir Charles is, I think, closest he's been in a couple of laps. Now, within 2/10, can Sir Charles get by? He gets alongside. Oh man, what kind of view is this? There we go. Sir Charles around the outside of the Alfa Romeo. Both of these guys under 10% ERS. Let's see what happens into the turn. And Sir Charles gets the overtake so far. There we go. And it is settled from Sir Charles. Maybe he can pull away a little bit. As we have a yellow flag from another AlphaTauri yet again. They're not having a good race at all. Let's see what Giggle can do. Maybe he can pray that those softs gonna go away. But I really don't think it's gonna happen. I think those softs from Sir Charles are looking pretty good. If you look at the battles ahead, though, there's not really much going on. The race has really settled, and the only people within the rest of one another are Sir Charles and Giggle. SPM has pulled the gap to the Main Wayne. 2.8 seconds ahead. GMBZ not making any inroads really. 5.3. 5.8 for Segrist behind GMBZ. Tebow, I think the only person who can try and make something happen. Half a second outside of the DRS of Segrist, but for right now, I think the only person with the DRS is going to be Giggle.
Yeah, if you can show the tires.
There we are.
Yeah, Main Wayne, just that one little battle that he had with Sir Charles, just couldn't get that inside of that DRS. Like I said, this DRS is really important. But here's the thing, though: Main Wayne has 60% ERS, while SPM has 14. So could it have been the Main Wayne has been saving it up? If he is saving it up, he needs to deploy it like right now.
Yeah.
In order to have any chance, I even going to SPM. Obviously, I don't think he will, though. Looks like he just not even using his DRS. He knows he can't really catch up or something. There's no one really in a battle right now.
No. The race really went quiet at this point.
Yeah, I thought it would be a lot more. I hoped it would be a little more closer with SPM and Main Wayne. Tebow actually probably not going to be happy with his result here. He went from P1 and P2 with a pretty far gap to now being in P5. I mean, it's
Yeah,
still not a terrible position. I mean, he does end up losing 2 position in the overall race. Tigres, on the other hand, will be very, very happy with his race as he is up 10 positions. Main Wayne, even though he could have gotten the win here, and looks like he will come in second place. There's nothing to be ashamed of as he came up seven positions, and we know he was fast as he took as he was in provisional pole position, and obviously he spun out and crashed out in qualifying, and then didn't have the best race in the sprint race, but he made it back up with the strategy. Just got very unlucky by 3/10.
yeah, for sure. As we round out the race, though, SPM getting through the final sector split, or the second sector split, almost 3 seconds ahead of Main Wayne. A really dominant performance from the Mercedes driver. He is approaching the finish line here. Mercedes clear of the pack. SPM wins the race for tonight, wins the sprint race. A very dominant run from him as Main Wayne gets P2. GMBZ rounds out the podium in the Aston Martin. Not a bad day for the Mercedes, and really not a bad day for the McLarens, judging where they went off of qualifying. Segrist makes a really good recovery from last to P4. Really unfortunate sprint race for him, but he made up for it in the actual race. Tebow P5, Raiden P6, Sir Charles P7, making a decent recovery for him as well. He was towards the back of the pack. Giggle P8, FND Cakes P9, C Rizzy P10, Ray Magic and P11 so far. No other battles, and PVW finishing as Ray Magic makes his way across the line. Who do you think was your driver of the day? I would say it's SPM for me, just dominance all throughout.
Yeah, SPM. Yeah, he is my driver of the day too. I mean, obviously the game thinks that Seegers is the driver of the day, which it's not a bad opinion. He did make up 10 positions, so not a bad day for him. But yeah, my driver of the day goes to SPM. I mean, dominant in the he was dominant in the sprint race, not dominant in the race itself, as it came down very close with him and Wayne, but he kept it clean and with a good strategy uh, and good decisions. He came out on top and good pace and kept it clean. So yeah, and no safety cars for this race.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. We had the first safety car in the beginning of the sprint, and nothing after that.
Yeah, C. Reese will take the fastest lap of the race with a 109.8.
All right, let's go ahead and do our race roundup. 14 finishers, or not 14 finishers, actually 13. Rafa Hulkbinger, only DNF of the night. Omega, 4 laps down. PVW, a lap down. Ray Magic, P11. Start from the top, actually. SPM wins the race. The main win, P2. GMBZ, P3. Segrist in P4. Good recovery from him, linking from last to fourth. Tebow, P5. Raiden, P6. Sir Charles, P7. Giggle, P8. And FND Kicks, P9. C Reezy, and P10. Let's go ahead and have a look at the race director really quick. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and try to get our drivers in for the interviews. Do you think? Can you get them in here?
Yeah,
Let's see if I can add them.
Ooh, okay, so they are PSN, they are on PlayStation, so I don't know if their voice will come through.
Dang, that's tough. Let me see if I can get them in. I'm trying to see if I can add them.
Yeah.
Alright, unfortunate for Mainwayne, he won't be able to make the interview, but hopefully GMBZ, we can get an interview from him. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and start this call really quick. Let me add him. Oh, I can't. I have to make a completely new voice call for this. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start the other call. Alright. Hopefully they get to join in. Welcome, welcome.
Comment que je fais ça, moi?
Alright, let's see.
Je suis là. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Alright,
Hello.
we have GMBZ. Give us a roundup from your sprint race. I don't think that went very well, but you had a good recovery in the 50%.
Yeah. Good recovery. I'm really proud of this race because the first two races in TCR is just horrible for me and bad qualification and drive-through at the start in an Australian race. Yeah, great pace. So thumbs up to the two guys in front of me.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure how your first two races went, but you definitely made amends for it in this race. Did anything cut you out or anything on the strategy? Were you thinking about doing something different?
Yeah, not past the safety car. So, because I just don't start a safety car in the sprint race, so I lost the first place. So just go back into third place for the race, and after a spin, and just this was tough, but good.
Yeah.
But the strategy is good, yeah. Soft, hard, and mid. But main X, I think this guy have another strategy for the course. So nice, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good race from you. Let's see. Do you have anything for him?
No, it's okay. Thank you, buddy, for it, and see you next week.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Thank you for having the race with us. SPM, do you have a copy? Are you in here with us?
Copy.
Okay, so give us a race roundup. You were pretty good in qualifying. made really good in the sprint race. What was going through your head, really? Any pressure from you or anything going on?
Not pressure by the driver, but the pressure with the gas. Oh my God! I start the race with a low in the gas, and whoo, I think a lot about it.
Yeah, were you
And
lifting and coasting a lot?
yeah, change left and coast exactly. Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, were there any other concerns though? Were you thinking about anything different with the strategy, or is it just kind of smooth sailing besides your fuel?
No, the strategy is very good, and yeah, I'm very happy to the result. And yeah, see you in the next race next week.
Yeah, hopefully. What are your championship hopes so far? I believe Tebow he's finally getting some points on the board. So maybe are you aiming for both constructors and the drivers? I believe you're in the lead for the. Let me just double check. As of the last race, you were leading the drivers' championship and dominant through the sprint race. You're dominant in the race. You're going to be getting a really good haul of points here. And with Tebow getting some P5, I believe, in this race,
Yep,
he
yep.
you guys might be fighting or really close to constructors lead as well.
It's a really good race for him. Um, with a little practice, this is a good result. And for the championship, I take one race by one race. That's it. That's how.
Yeah, it's a good
Uh,
mentality to have.
yeah, yeah,
You got to
yeah.
think the long run as well, but you also have to make sure that you're getting a reliable and a good result here now.
Yep, exactly.
Alrighty, Captain Blade, you got anything?
Um, yeah, it was a great race. You know, kept it clean in both races. Pretty dominant in the sprint race, and then it came down to literally about 3/10, with Main Wayne having to overtake Sir Charles while uh how SPM actually got to overtake him on the straight. So, what was your thoughts when you seen that Main Wayne was closing up into you on the soft tires, and it was what was your thoughts?
Um, he do not enter in my DRS. This is the first things a lot things about it. Not enter in my DRS. That's it. It goes one. It goes one. One lap before he stopped to the pit stop. This is really close. And after he changed the tire, the exit lane whew, was really hot.
Yeah, well, it was a good race after all over you. So, congrats
Thanks,
on the win, and
thanks.
good luck on your next race.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the description.
Alrighty. Thank you guys for racing. Thank you guys for joining the interviews. Unfortunately, we couldn't have our, I believe, P2 finisher in here, in Main Wayne, I believe. Yeah, Main Wayne. Unfortunate for him, he couldn't make the stream or the interview. But thank you guys, SPM and GMBZ, for making the interview, giving us some show to watch for tonight. This is Captain Blade and our Silent checking out. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, tomorrow is the Platinum class race. So, again, a sprint race, of course qualifying, and the 50%er with all tires that have to be used, soft, medium, and hard tomorrow on Platinum class. It's going to be tight. Once again, we've seen the first two races. Qualifying was super tight. The races themselves were bangers in Platinum class too. We'll hope to see you guys join us tomorrow. Have a good night and stay tuned.